the safeguards designed to keep us all from harm. Ömer Bakkaloğlu, TRT World.
Let's speak now to Alex Leschik. He's the founder of AI platform ZEN. He joins us live from Washington, D.C. It's good to have you on the program with us, Alex. Now, you operate an AI platform. How realistic are these fears that AI could soon operate beyond human control?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great question. So I think you have these two extremely loud camps. You have the Jeffrey Hintons, the former Google employee who resigned in 2023, that has kind of been, kind of the fear monger and talking about the biggest risks, saying that we have less than 5 years, people should make put their final affairs in order. And then you have the Jan LeCun, who kind of stay on the side that it's a little bit more overstated. And then I think everybody's kind of, a little bit like myself, more in the middle, where you do have these major risks that could emerge. A lot of them are still theoretical at best. And I think one of the biggest things that gets overlooked is these companies are selling a product, and the more powerful it appears or looks in the public eye always helps. You have companies with significant valuations that have had massive fundraising rounds based purely off of speculation. They don't have subscribers or a lot of users to really back this up. But I think it's a little bit somewhere in between, where we definitely have these risks, but we'll have to be a little bit more mindful of what they are as they emerge and time goes on. And I think we'll be pretty surprised in some of the areas that it does actually emerge to become a risk. It may not be what we originally thought.
And what kind of risks could we potentially face?
I think we're looking at major data breaches. Obviously, the deep fake scenario is a massive one that we've seen even with some of our clients in a more everyday level, where people are impersonating CEOs or anybody in the C-suite or executive suite, and you really start to see these agent farms with if you've seen these pictures or videos online that show just data racks of cell phones that are basically, this is who's posting, or a lot of people call it rage bait posting online. I think that's what we've seen, just kind of dipping our foot in the water right now. But as time goes on, it's pretty much infinite what we could end up experiencing as an economy. And I think we're yet to see one of our biggest digital disasters or situations where there could potentially be a breach of data or sensitive information that is going to potentially change the lives of individuals for the foreseeable future, within a few days, months or years, depending on how big the scenario is.
Right, and we've had calls from industry leaders and even Nobel laureates for binding rules on AI. What kind of red lines should be drawn, and who should be enforcing them?
That's a great question, and it's kind of amazing. There's been 26,000 companies to date since ChatGPT first hit the market, so that's November of 2022. But 26,000 AI companies have been started since November of 2022, and in the United States, there's been 0 federal legislature passed in any way. A lot of people may think there's been laws passed at a federal level. There have been none. There's 0. There's been executive orders made, but nothing that's substantial and long-standing, and about 100 laws made at a state level throughout the United States. So I think we're at a point where the time is kind of up. We've reached the end of the runway. We need to have some safeguards in place. We have a scary small amount of rights when it comes to data and interacting with different apps and platforms. So I think now would be the time to start drawing a specific or a large amount of red lines. AI literacy is a massive one, making sure this is available to youth across the world so they're able to harness, some of the most powerful and innovative technology that humankind has ever faced. But we definitely need to have some mandates in place where it's going to be taught at a school level, in public schools, not just private schools or after school programs, like some of the things that we've run in the past. It needs to be available at a large scale for everybody at a certain age. And I think we need to come together to define that.
Right, Alex Leschik, we will have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Argentina's midterm elections are just weeks away, and President Javier Milei is in trouble. His economic overhaul is faltering, and now an urgently needed